It always seems impossible until it's done. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun, one's feet moving forward. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. I have walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I have made missteps along the way, but I have discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Money won't create success, the freedom to make it will. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul and the way in which it treats its children. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Courageous people do not fear forgiving for the sake of peace. I detest racialism because I regard it as a barbaric thing, whether it comes from a black man or a white man. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. I stand here before you not as a prophet, but as a humble servant of you, the people. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. We must use time wisely and forever. Realize that the time is always ripe to do right. We must strive to be moved by a generosity of spirit that will enable us to outgrow the hatred and conflicts of the past. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. A good leader can engage in a debate frankly and thoroughly, knowing that at the end he and the other side must be closer and thus emerge stronger. Freedom cannot be achieved unless the women have been emancipated from all forms of oppression. We must build a society in which every child who enters a school building shall be free to dream of a future. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. A fundamental concern for others in our individual and community lives will go a long way in making the world the better place we so passionately dreamt of. No single person can liberate a country. You can only liberate a country if you act as a collective. Let there be justice for all. Let there be peace for all. Let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all. People respond in accordance to how you treat them. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. Education is the great engine of personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the son of a mine worker can become the head of the mine, that a child of farm workers can become the president of a great nation. Let freedom reign, the sun never set, on so glorious a human achievement. It is so easy to break down and destroy. The heroes are those who make peace and build. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. Like slavery and apartheid, poverty is not natural, it is man-made, and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings.